doing matchups. I got to jump to matchups.
Yo, what up, everybody? What up? It's your man, it's your boy, your ace in the place for the fantasy football. It's mitchellaber, and we're back. No Maam 2020. You know our league. We've been doing this for a minute. Got my boy Wes right here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but we're back, man. Wes, you got the mic, baby.
What's going on, No Maam? Glad that we open our brand new podcast. We trying some stuff out. So hopefully everybody appreciate it. Y'all guys like it, like the feedback, like the knowledge we're going to be providing. So I'm excited, man. I can't tell you. I know I'm sitting down, but I just want to jump up and start dancing.
So let me ask you real quick before we jump into, because we'll do recaps first. Let me ask you, what was your excitement about football coming back, man? I mean, were you pleased with what you saw? Were you disappointed? How'd you feel?
I was just excited, man. I'm a big sports fan, so COVID kind of sucks for me. But, yeah, I was happy football's back. I'm a Raider fan, so I'm happy football's back.
LV.
We got some talent. I know you're excited. You got the number one pick, so you got Joe Burrow. So I know you was happy to see the new look. But, yeah, it's fantasy, man. Every year is a new year. You always want that chip. So yeah, like I said, you just get that itch and burning to, okay, when's the draft?
Right.
Let me do my homework. Let me do my research. And then draft day comes. It's like, here we go. And now week one.
We got the board around here somewhere. I'm going to have to pull out the board at some point and show the people the board. But
I know, right?
I mean, I was expecting sloppy play, to be honest with you. I was expecting a lot of sloppy play, and I didn't get it. I mean, I'm happy about that. I mean, I didn't see a lot. It took some teams, some time to get the juices flowing and whatnot. I think, but I think overall it was a kind of a clean week. We had some bad injuries. We obviously, Wes and I were in a lot of different leagues together. Shout out to Blood and Bone. Shout out to Experts. But in that Experts leagues, we do the IDP. What up, Lectra? I lost Van Der Esch, for 6 to 8 weeks with a broken collarbone. So, but it is what it is. So I say we jump into it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about a recap. Let's recap the winners and the losers.
Don't even start with that.
You and I fall into the loser bracket this time, first time around. But we'll start over with me, man. I took an L. I took an L to my dad, man. It's first time, I think, in all the years that we've been running this league that I actually lost to my father.
He's going to let you hear it, too. I'm surprised he hasn't texted you yet.
Oh, he's texted me a few times already. But shout out to Big Stu, Big Papa A.
Big Papa. I love it when you call
my
me
team
Big
this year
Papa.
I'm the Masked Avengers, May have to think about changing that name because I ain't avenging anything. But at this point, I lost by like 50 points. So, yeah, he killed me, man. Devontae Adams. I mean, every time I watched the red zone, it was Devontae Adams for a catch or a touchdown. It was crazy. So I don't know. Any thoughts on my embarrassing loss? You wanna share with?
No, I'm just kind of going through your lineup, and I'm like, not sure who disappointed the most. I'm just kind of going through it.
They all disappointed, to be honest with you. I mean, I wasn't happy with anybody. I mean, Jared Goff, Cooper Kupp. I had to sit Kenny Golladay. I lost him to a hamstring injury. Not saying that he would have given me 60 points and I would have won, but I could have been a little bit more respectable, But yeah, he had Devontae Adams, 41 points, But then he had guys that had 1 point. It is what it is,
Yeah, it just happens, man. Like it should have set up to be a good matchup, but sometimes one side doesn't show up. It is what it is. You're like, oh well, I'm just gonna have to eat this today.
Yeah, I mean the next matchup I thought was pretty good. It was closer than my debacle. That was Devin, who's also known as Big Chips. Shout out to Big Chips. He's an ex-champion, and we got Marsho.
Right, ex-champs. Big up.
MF Doom. Big Chips came out on top with that one with 139.02 to 117. What's your thoughts on that matchup? What did you look at? Have you looked at those guys yet?
Yeah, and what I noticed, and I realized this back when I had them 2 years ago or last year, Julio Jones, man, he's starting to be a garbage time stud. Like, I know he's great, and he may have like 80 and a touchdown during the game, but when they start really stinking and Atlanta just starts chucking, he puts up some gaudy numbers. Like, he'll get like 5 more catches for another 80 yards, and you're like, well, damn, where was this at the whole game?
Right,
But
right.
end of the day, he still got 25 points.
Right.
And
So
you're like,
it doesn't in the fantasy world, it doesn't really matter. As a
yeah,
Falcons fan, you're like,
okay,
dude,
yeah,
where
you're
you
right.
been?
I'm probably saying that as if I was a Falcon fan. Like, dude,
Right.
you ain't showing up, but you're getting all these garbage time stats at the end of the game.
Yeah,
And
I
make it looks better. So, but I mean, outside of that, I don't think Big Chips had that great of a week. I think he had more surprises than anything because I didn't see the running back David Johnson giving him 20 points. I didn't see that coming into it.
But like you said, that to me was all garbage because on Thursday night he wasn't doing anything until the end of the game when Kansas City was like, okay, we're gonna take our foot off the brake, off the gas pedal, put on a brake a little bit, and they let him come back a little bit, and then Duke Johnson he goes out, so it was just David in there, so
yeah,
I think the next matchup was maybe one of the matchups of the week. I mean, I think your matchup, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, but my brother, Du Bois Rock versus Lewis, Lights Kamara action. Lee actually wound up winning, 142-54, ex-champion. Shout out to my big bro Lee. Shout out to Lewis. I mean, it was a great match. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Lewis had Lamar Jackson with 33 points. Lee had Mahomes with 26 points, and so, but there was other guy, Lewis last night had James Conner, unfortunate. Conner went out with an injury early, so it kind of stymied.
But they both did because Lee had Marlon Mack. So.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, in his flex position. Yeah, I mean, it was just a battle of attrition in that one. I think Lee came out victorious on that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I said, that was a quality match right there because both of them guys got some studs in there.
Now, although I will say this, and shout out to Kelly, love you, Kel. I don't know, you'll definitely be watching this, but I mean, I got beat bad, but Kelly got the brakes beat off of him. I mean, your brother beat him. Shout out to Butch. 170-38 to 97.36.
I did not see that one. I didn't pay no attention to that one.
That's and the crazy thing about it is he had Brady. 26 points though. You can't deny it. I mean, you can't deny it. He's there. Right?
That's not where he lost it. Like,
oh, Mark Ingram killed him. I mean, J.K. Dobbins killed Kelly. But I mean, your brother's top 3 guys: Russell Wilson, 39.78. Juju last night, 24 points. Adam Thielen. Now you talk about garbage points.
Oh
Thielen,
yeah.
I mean that he had 2 touchdown catches with no chance of winning the game or attempting a comeback. I mean that right there, that's the fantasy killer right there.
I agree.
All right, we'll talk. I mean, your matchup was great. I mean, you played the new guy. He's not new to fantasy. He's new to our league. Shout out to Carlos. But protect your neck versus 4-5-6. I mean, 172-26 to 157. I mean, like you and I were talking earlier. I mean, you score 157 points and you lose. That sucks. I mean, that's
I know you start picking out like, okay, who you gonna bench next week, and I'm like,
nobody. Like 157, you're winning almost every week. You know that.
Yeah, but like I said, I got news today. Michael Thomas is out, so I'm not, like I said, I'm good at receiver depth.
Right.
But it sucks when your number one pick is out. You're like, oh, now you got to fill in the spot.
You lost your tight end too, Blake Jarwin.
Yeah, Blake. And I don't know if that would have made a difference. Oh, I lose by 15? Yeah, maybe. He would have made it closer.
Yeah, I mean, he gave you 2 points before he went out. He probably they use him a lot. They actually use
Like
him
I
a
said,
lot.
yeah, it looked like he was starting to get some action when they started before he got hurt, and I was like,
Right.
oh well.
Now, when he tore his ACL, he's out for the whole season, right?
Yeah. So I gotta drop him, pick
And
somebody
then
else up.
I'll save you the pain. We don't have to talk about your loss. Starting off with the season with an L.
No, but I'll take it. Hey, I mean, I already knew it. I was like, hey, I'm gonna put up, third highest points in the league, and I'm gonna take an L. I was like, it happens. It's like you run into that buzzsaw one time, and it's like you can't keep your head down. You got to stay focused next week and hope whoever I play.
If you could put another performance, together like you did last week, this week, and you get a win, it only helps in your favor because now your points for you go up, and that could be a tiebreaker towards the end.
Yeah, like I said, I just gotta keep the ship steady. That's all.
There you go. Well, the last matchup was Kenny Showtrain, who's usually towards the bottom. He took an L to last year's champion, Genus, a.k.a. this year, CMC is a Swift Hooper.
I don't get it, but
he has a lot of those guys on his team. I guess he has CMC because he got the first pick. I guess he has DeAndre Swift and Austin Hooper from his Garbage Browns. Shout out, Baker, you suck. But no, Genus pulled out the victory, 103-94. Kind of a close, little 9-point victory that he grabbed, and that could have been anybody. I really didn't look at that matchup, but I mean, guys like T.Y. Hilton for him only gave him 9 points, where Kenny had Tariq Hill give him 15. Tariq usually puts up 15 to 25, so could have been there. Nick Chubb got stymied because, again, the Browns suck, and you'll see a theme of that. We don't like certain teams.
I don't like the way Kenny set his lineup. He got 3 running backs starting, and none of his 3 are that great.
But it's Kenny.
I know, but
I mean,
he's going to figure it out. He's got Jonathan Taylor that he's going to start.
I like that kid, by the way. That's a kid that I think has a good future. So, as we talked about what the podcast is going to be, that's our recap session. We're going to talk about a lot of things. One thing that we'll talk about, we're going to do a stardom sit-em, and then we'll do a look for week 2's matchups, kind of give you the who's playing who, and we'll give our predictions, and things like that. I definitely think over the we're going to do this every Tuesday night. Before waiver wire hits, I'll be definitely active on the waiver wire. But we're going to try to get other people on here, like Lewis, who's the original OG from the original podcast. Lee, get him on here. Kenny, we'll see who we get. We'll see who we get a bunch of guys on here and see if they want to contribute. But we're going to put this up on the Facebook page, so make sure you check it out. Definitely drop some. Everyone will know where it's at and go from there. But so let me ask you this, Wes. Going into week 2, we got a full menu of week 1. We got it all in the books. Who are you excited for this week? Like, what player would you say, no matter what position it is, who would you say you're looking forward to this week to either continue what they did last week, or maybe it was kind of mediocre last week and you're ready for them to be like, this is the week they're going to shine based on the matchup, based on what you saw they had the capability of doing?
I'm a homer, so I'm going with Ruggs. I think they're using him as the focus of the offense, and I think that opens up a lot for them. Can't stack the box on Jacobs, and I think just that alone, you take a lot of pressure off a Carr to win the game, and I think what Carr does best, he manages the game well. But if you put it in his hand to win it, it's not always the best outcome. So I think the early offense, and I know it was the Panthers last week, so I like the way they move the ball. the way the offense just looked. Like, it just didn't look like they struggled at times.
Gotcha.
And that's a lot of times I saw with the Raiders, like when they needed a drive, they struggled. Now, the defense is another story. Now, they're all young on that side of the ball.
Right. Hey, it was good to have Abrams back, though.
Oh, yeah, he's a difference maker. I like him back there. I just don't like Paul Gunther. I know that's your boy, but
shout out.
I don't like his system. To me, I think it may confuse those guys because they don't play. I think they think a lot, and I'm like, football should be natural. You should just be playing. So, but I'm not gonna go into it too much. I think my guy is Henry Ruggs III. I think hopefully Monday night he shows out.
I'll tell you, I was big on running backs this weekend. Watching a lot of running backs this weekend. It's sad to see guys like Marlon Mack go down, which kind of sucked. But I'll tell you, I'm gonna like you. I'm gonna pick a wide receiver, and I think he can make a difference if the quarterback can get his act together. Is Justin Jefferson on Minnesota?
I don't think they trust Kirk Cousins.
Well, that's the whole thing. I think but the thing on Kurt only threw like 17, 18 passes. When Kurt's throwing 30, 35 passes like he likes to do, which I don't think. Zimmer doesn't like that. So it's like I said, that's not like
for them.
I like the kid Jefferson though. I think he's fast. He made a few good catches this weekend. I think he's going to be. I think the kid's going to be special. Just like the other Jefferson on the Rams, Van Jefferson, I think his name is.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, dude.
God, he's a son of somebody. But yeah, he was balling. I forgot because he was killing. Was it Diggs? No, who was the Dallas cornerback? That rookie dude that they Stephon Diggs' brother.
He was running all over.
He was killing that dude. Yeah, like the number 12 for the Rams. He was killing Diggs' brother on there, Dallas. But I was watching it.
So let's get into this now. So let's do our stardom sit-ems. We're like the NFL.com. We're not going to give you the obvious guys. You're not going to hear me say start DeAndre Hopkins. It doesn't. To start. Which, by the way, let me talk about that dude. I have to concede something because I said it to a lot of people. I didn't think it was a good fit. Okay, I like Murray, but I just did not think it was going to be a good fit. That man had 7 million catches this weekend for like 100 and some odd yards and a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins killed it. It just proves that he is probably the best wide receiver in the game. I just had to say that. I just had to put it out there.
He would get my vote. Yep.
I mean, the guy is just amazing. So whoever drafted him in our league, I'll do the research at some point. But great pick, man. Phenomenal.
Go look at the board. Go look at the board.
Oh, I don't even know where it is. The wife put it away. I'll have to check it out. Well, no, I could do a quick search. Who has Hopkins? Who has? And see if he wants to trade him.
Big Chip.
Is it Big Chips?
No, that's Watson.
Oh no, Carlos.
That's right. Yeah, because Kyle Murray, them stupid PPR rules. Every catch he got, I don't get a piece of that as a quarterback. Damn it.
The man's amazing. So let's do this. Let's start off with quarterbacks. We'll do 3 stardoms. We'll get your opinion or my opinion. If some of the choices are the same, they're the same. So I'll let you take the mic first for quarterbacks. Who is your 3 must starts this week coming up?
Oh, and I'm not doing top 10, so
It's top 3.
I don't know if this is a must start, but you got to put Ben in there. I like Ben Roethlisberger. What I saw yesterday. I do like
matchup. What's the matchup? That's what you got to look
Denver.
at.
They play Denver, but I'm not worried about Denver.
There you
go. They don't have the best corners. The only thing that worries me about the Steelers' offense is the running game. Like if you're going to sit back and let Ben throw it, then they're going to have a problem. So if they can have some semblance of a running game, I like Ben.
Okay.
But who I like the most, like, I'm 50-50 on Cam playing Seattle.
He's always had success against them, though.
Exactly, that's my thing. And so I'm like, he can. Like I said, as a Panther fan, I've seen that matchup before.
Right.
But I want to watch Stafford and Aaron Rodgers this weekend to see if Minnesota's defense is that bad, because I think
Right.
Detroit has a better defense. Because if you think about it, they just destroyed Chicago and had a bad fourth quarter to make Mitch look all over.
Right.
And I think and that'll tell me a lot. Either Minnesota's defense is bad, or Aaron Rodgers, even though I know Aaron Rodgers is the truth, but is he balling out to start the season?
I think he's just pissed off that they drafted Love in the first round. I mean, I'll be honest. I think he has an ego the size of North Dakota, and if you try to damage that ego, he's going to come at you. So you give you a combo of Aaron Rodgers and Matt Stafford.
No, I'm not putting Aaron Rodgers. He's in the top 10. So I'll go in this order. And I know you said 3, but I'm going to give you 4.
Okay.
I'm going to go Josh Allen, Ben, Stafford, and who's the other guy? And Newton. Like I said, I just worry about Newton because I don't know if New England's got enough weapons for them to be a shootout.
Okay. I am going to kind of stay with the Minnesota. I'm going to start Kirk Cousins this week. I don't like Detroit's defense. I don't like Detroit's defense. I liked it. I think that they get thrown on. But I'm also going to stay with Matt Stafford too, because I don't like Minnesota's defense, and especially if Stafford gets Galladay back. I mean, he made Hockenson look like a top 3 tight end yet last week. I mean, and Hawkinson's good, but he really made him look good last week. My third guy, you took him. I'm going to say Cam, man, to be honest with you. Cam's always had success against Seattle. I don't know what Bill Belichick's record against Seattle is, but, I mean, they beat everybody, so whatever. But Cam looked healthy, man. And I've always said this, that a healthy Cam in fantasy is an animal.
They don't have the weapons, though. That's my only thing. I don't know if they got the weapons to – because they're letting Seattle just go at it. Like, they have Russell cooking today.
Well, Russell's ridiculous. He's obviously one of those guys that we can't mention because he's a guaranteed start if you got him. Shoot, if you want to ask me, I'll give you a 4th. Start Joe Burrow. Thursday night against
Thursday night rules, man.
I know. I'm with you. I got him in the league. I'm not starting him. I promise you that. I hate Thursday nights. I think I got 2 guys that I got Mixon, so he's definitely I'm definitely starting him. But yeah, Wes and I have it just so the audience out there in internet land, so you understand. Wes and I have been friends for a very long time, and sometimes we've been known to share a brain, and a lot of times we have the same thoughts. And the bad part about it is that we hate Thursday nights when it comes to fantasy. Monday nights are great. It's the end of the week. If you're playing somebody and they don't have anybody going Monday night, you plug that Monday night guy in. You need 12 to 15 points. He may get you 50. But Thursday, you need that guy to start you off to get them juices going, and he gives you 5 points.
Set up your whole week.
Right. All right. So I'm going to go into running backs. One of my starting running backs who I like this week, I think he could have a good week. He's kind of a role player guy, Chris Thompson. He played good last week.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are beyond your who your first or second pick were in the draft. Can't say Marlon Mack because he's out. Shout out to Marlon Mack. Second running back. I can't remember his first name. The kid Kelly on the Chargers. If my
Joshua Kelly.
Yeah. If my Cincinnati football Bengals could shut down Austin Eckler, but they let the other kid run wild a little bit. I don't think either one of them had over 100 yards. but he looked good. The kid Kelly looked really good.
Think about the Chargers, and that's why I stayed away from Eckler. They run him different when he's the only guy, and last year I knew. Well, you got Phillip Rivers and his, the type of quarterback he is, but he likes to dump off, and I don't know about that with Tyrod Taylor. Like, I don't remember Tyrod's tendencies to know, okay, when he gets in trouble, does he dump it off or does he run?
Right. It's a different quarterback. Phillip Rivers and Tyrod are two very different quarterbacks. I kind of have a split for my must start of the week. It's either Nyheim Hines for Indy or what's the old boy's name? I was thinking, oh my God, I had another guy on my mind who I wanted a guaranteed start for this week. Oh, I like the kid. I think he's I think he's due for a big. He's a top guy, but I think because of the way the game was played last week, Aaron Jones may go off super silly this week. And
Against Detroit?
Yeah, because again, Aaron was throwing the ball last week, and I think that they're. Oh my God, that's the game plan. That's the game plan. He's going to throw the ball, and then next thing you know, Aaron Jones is run over for you for like 200 yards. So just those are my 3/4 guys. Who are your running backs for the week? Starters.
I'm gonna go with the old dude. You gonna hate me for it? I'm going with Adrian Peterson.
AP, baby.
He
Ran good. I mean, you can't hate on him. He ran good. He was slow. You got to admit that.
Hey,
it was not why I was not when I because I was watching on the red zone, and the few times that he was slow.
You propping up Stafford, Galladay, the tight end, Marvin Jones Jr. They can't stack the box, dude. Like, you telling me I'm gonna get Adrian Peterson with an unpacked box?
I think Swift is gonna take over, dude. Like, I got Kerryon Johnson. I'm about to send him to the farm, dude, to let him get shot and killed, dude.
Swift, man, he dropped that touchdown, man. He may be in the doghouse for a couple of weeks.
No.
So,
shout out to Wendy's. Hey, let's get a sponsor. Wendy's sponsor.
Wendy's and Cheetos.
Wendy's and Cheetos. Let's do it. We're trying to build an empire here, people. We're trying to build an empire. All right, who's next on your list?
Next on my list, now I'll be giving up stuff, man, because now people are gonna be going to the waiver wire and competing with me. We need to do the waiver show on Wednesday.
No one knows.
I don't. Damn, who's that Washington dude?
Oh my God, yeah. The young kid, right? The rookie?
Yeah, I like him. He didn't have the best of games, but I liked it. But
shout out to the Washington football team, by the way. Go Washington football team, beating those stinking Eagles, man.
Yeah, you know what? You said the Eagles. Bart Scott didn't do well last week, did he? No.
Boston Scott. No, I was that shocked me. I like that kid.
I may just stick with Adrian Peterson this week.
Okay.
Oh, Zach Moss. That's the dude in Buffalo.
Zach Moss. Yeah.
I like him. I like Singletary, but I like Moss too.
That's on Buffalo, right?
Physicality, yeah.
On Buffalo, yeah. All right, so you kick it off. Give me some wide receivers, man.
All right, hold on. So wide receivers. Your boy Emmanuel Sanders. If Mike Thomas is going to be out, and I think I'm playing against Sanders this week, which is really going to upset me. He's definitely one. Marcus Scanlon, MVP, whatever his thing is in Green Bay. Like I said, if Aaron Rodgers is going to chuck it.
Yeah, but he's dropped a few, man. You
got to get those receivers.
Man. You be dropping some of them passes, Rodgers be like,
okay. Like I said, I want the head. If you can't get the head of the snake,
Well,
but he's
Devontae.
thrown
I
it
mean,
to somebody.
Devontae's going to get 15 catches. That's just, we could do a bold prediction section. I'm going to say who's going to have more catches, DeAndre or Devontae. Between them, they may have 40 catches. You never know.
And then Marvin Jones and Ruggs. Like I said, I'm big on Ruggs this week,
Okay.
but I expect a lot of points in that Green Bay Detroit game, more like a shootout. So
Okay.
I'll probably be sniffing at any type of action I can get out of that game.
Well, I don't know if you watched any of the Bengal game. I'm gonna start at home first. But
I'm not touching that Cleveland.
dude. But there's a kid on the Bengals. His name is Michael Thomas. He's not the Michael Thomas. He's the other Michael Thomas. He's like pork, the other white meat. He had a hell of a game. I mean, he had a hell of a game. And my thing is I think Cleveland does have two really good cornerbacks. They got Hayden and some other clown. But after that, you could expose them.
We'll see.
Marquise Brown got exposed everyone on Cleveland on Sunday anyway. But I just think that's if you're pulling, if you need a guy and he's on the waiver wire, probably available in 97.8% of the leagues, Michael Thomas for the Bengals. You'll thank me later.
See,
I'm gonna go with Darius Slayton, number 2. Kind of a stretch, but I like him. Him and Daniel Jones have a good relationship, and I can see it blossoming. I can see it going. But number 3, and this pains me because I hate the team, I hate the quarterback, but I love this kid. There's something special about Deontay Johnson on the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is going to shine. He may need a week or two to get the motor going, but the kid is just, he runs a very crisp route, and I look for that. And plus, he could be a PPR nightmare.
What order is he in? Who?
Oh, he's not, as far as well, on the team, he's number 2.
You put him before James Washington?
Right now, after week 1, no. I'd make him the 3rd receiver right now on that team if I was Tomlin. But those, as well as I do, that 3rd receiver can always be dangerous. So maybe that's the kick in the ass that he needs. I don't know.
I give you Deontay Thompson because I think he does the kickoffs or the punts.
Okay. I just like him. And it's a Steeler, so it's like when in our IDP league, I took Devin Bush. That's still, I haven't slept since that draft night because of that. So tight ends, we could run through these guys pretty quick. I'll give you one. Greg Olson. I mean, playing against Cam.
We made fun of Kenny for that, and
it was a great pick.
That's going to end up being a good deal for him.
It was a great pick. Shout out to Kenny Schultrain, man, taking your boy Greg Olson. But yeah, I mean, Greg Olson's good. I'm gonna go with Hawkinson. I talked about him a little while ago. I think Hawkinson's gonna have a beast of a game. I'm gonna say this because I just want the kid to be healthy, and I want him to play, and I want him to be good. I know it's a long stretch, but I'll say it anyway. I don't care. Evan Ingram, baby. I know. I get the look. I get that look from Giant fans when I tell them. I talk to Giant fans and fuck Evan Ingram.
It's something about it. Like, I was trying to watch it yesterday and trying to see where is he at in the pecking order. He gets looks, but I don't know. It's something I don't know.
All right, give me your 3 tight ends, stardoms.
You got me thinking about tight ends, and I just automatically switched to, okay, who would be the replacement for Kittle, because he was kind of shaken up this week.
I don't know who the guy
took my Hawkinson. I like Fant, and I hate to say that, as a Raider fan, I'm not gonna.
Oh, dude, come on! He was catching everything last night.
I know, but
how many points did he wind up with? At least he had to have at least 19, 20 points.
Yeah, about 19. But I knew that's gonna. But you know that's gonna happen. Like when the number one receiver goes down, when Cortland Sutton went down, I was like, oh
Right.
great.
Right.
Who's the daggone second year quarterback going to throw the ball to the tight end? Because
The comfortable guy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
usually the 6'7", 285-pound guy that can run a
Exactly.
4.5. Throw to him. You know.
I think Jared Cook's going to have a good Monday night against my Raiders.
Okay.
Revenge game.
I hope so.
Jeez. Where's the loyalty?
Oh, I hope the Raiders win. I love you.
Where's
I
the
love you.
loyalty?
I hope they win. But if Jared Cook puts up 47 points, I'm okay with that.
And I'm going with Gronk this week. I think Gronk's going to get in the end zone on the Panthers. I think Tampa Bay.
He looks terrible, dude.
They're going to put it on the Panthers because they're mad. And I hate that the Panthers are next in line to get thrashed by Tampa Bay. But it's going to come, dude. Like,
he's my. I'm gonna jump ahead. He's my tight end sit-em of the week.
Come on, why?
Dude, he looks terrible.
It ain't about.
He looks lost out, dude. He looks lost out there. Like he's looking for something.
I'm not saying that he's going to be. He's going to have a great next 5-6 weeks. I'm just saying he's going to show up this weekend
against New England. No, against who they play?
He's playing the Panthers.
Why? Oh yeah,
because
it's the Panthers.
They're going to make a point. They're going to want to do something. They're so mad they lost to New Orleans, Tampa Bay. They're going to, and Bruce Arians runs up the score like he's one coach that is not going to sit on the ball.
O.J. Howard looked good though, man. So I don't know. I hear. That's your start. I'm not going to shit on him.
Brady's going to go with what he knows.
Okay. Okay.
He's going to go
I'll give you that.
what he knows.
All right. So let's do this. For the sit-ems, we'll just do one per position. Who's your ultimate sit-em for the week quarterback?
Oh, man. Hold on. And I'm going to go into the top 10. Hold on. Let me jump into that.
I got mine right away.
I am sitting in the top 10? Shoot.
Anybody. It could be from the superstar.
Oh, I'm Deshaun Watson. I'm not messing with both.
Oh, yeah. Well, who the Colts playing this week?
The Colts?
Philip Rivers up to his old tricks last week. Got me scared. But I don't need to know that.
Minnesota.
The Colts play Minnesota?
Yep.
Who did Detroit play? Who does Detroit play this week?
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Okay. I got those guys mixed up. Baker Mayfield, sit of the century.
Dude,
he is a less drunk Johnny Manziel. That's all he is. Did you hear the comment he made today?
No,
he said today that the connection between him and OBJ has to come naturally. Let me tell you something. I'm not the biggest OBJ fan, but that dude is special. He is a very good receiver. He may be the greatest slant receiver in the history. I've never seen a guy run a slant like him in my lifetime. And the catching ability that he has is off the charts. Naturally,
Mitch, I think Odell gave Eli like 3 more years of life. Like Eli, talk about off the cliff, but when Odell came, he gave Eli about 3 more years of life.
Okay, so with that said though, think about it like this: Eli, who had 3 years left in his career that Odell gave him, right? And you got a guy who's now been in the league 3 years in Baker Mayfield, winning Heisman trophies and had a very good rookie season. Is he just not a good quarterback?
I'm not throwing him away yet. Like I said,
you didn't draft him. You never would draft him.
He reminds me a lot of Carr. I mean, not with the draft status and all that stuff, but going through different coaches and coordinators. They got to figure something out with him. Like, is he completion guy? Is he going to throw for a lot of yards? Is he a run? Like, they got to figure out what he does best and stick to it.
Okay, I agree with you on that, but the mistakes the rookie mistakes he's making his third year in, unacceptable in my opinion.
Well, who's the backup? Like at that point, like I said,
Well, that's
you see what they did with
Trevor
Carr.
Lawrence next year.
But you see what they did with Carr. Like they was
Right.
like, listen, we're gonna get Mariota in here. So
Is that really a threat though?
it's still
Mariota.
Even though we chuckle at that,
Ryan
it's still
Tannehill
real.
ran Mariota out of town.
But still, it's still another quarterback in the room that your
I
coach
get it.
likes.
No, I get it. I'm not a Baker fan, and I think that he showed again week one that he cannot handle. Now watch, he'll come out Thursday night and throw for 400 yards against my Bengals. So whatever. All right, running back. I'm gonna go sit him of the week, running back. I'm gonna go David Johnson.
That's easy because you don't want to mess with Baltimore. That ain't nothing.
No. Give me your running back, sit him.
Chris Carson.
Yeah.
I don't see him doing well against New England.
Okay.
I see the receivers, but I don't see him doing well. Or Melvin Gordon. No, I take it back. I'm going with Melvin Gordon. If really? Melvin Gordon's going to be the only guy, I see them treating him like they did Saquon Barkley, the Steelers.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. As much as it pains me because I like Melvin and I got him starting. So, all right, who's your wide receiver?
My wide receiver sit would be Michael Thomas. Not your Michael Thomas, New Orleans Michael Thomas.
You can't do that. He's already injured. You can't do that. He's already sitting. Shade of Michael Thomas. That's messed up.
I don't know, man. Sammy Watkins. I'm taking the easy way out on this one.
Really, he had a great week.
He has it every week. Week one, Sammy Watkins goes off, and then he does nothing else. I'm going with Sammy Watkins.
Watch, and I'm not going with this guy because I had to start him last week because of the Galladay injury. I started McCole Hardman. Fuck you, McCole Hardman. That's what I gotta say to you.
He's way down on the pecking order.
Stephon Diggs, my sit-em of the week.
He had a good week. Him and Josh Allen got a good rapport.
That was this week. That was last week. This week is going to be another story. They got a pretty tough matchup, and I don't know. He got upended a few times though last week. I think Josh fumbled twice this week.
I don't know his stat line. I got to look at that. I got to look at that box score.
For tight end, I'm gonna go with Hayden Hurst.
As a sit?
Yeah.
Who's they play Dallas, Atlanta at Dallas. I don't know. I'm gonna look at that. Tight end sit. There's not any good tight ends I want to sit because if they got a pulse, I want to play it.
Right.
I don't know. I take a pass on that one.
No passes. Give me a name, baby.
Shit, I don't know. Hold on, let me expand this search. Maybe I'm missing somebody.
Mike Geslecki.
No. No, I got him in the league. Damn, I'll go Greg Olsen. I'll hate on Greg Olsen.
Might start him. You're set him. All right, well, cool, man. You know, I think we did great. You know, not only
Chris Herndon. I'm about to cut him.
But that's Casper's favorite target, man. You know,
Hey.
ghost. I like this. It was a good segment, man. You know, not just for our league, you know, and it was for everybody, anyone who comes to come use the podcast. Hopefully, you blow us up. That's the whole aim of this thing. But I mean, we go over week 2 matchup. Who you got in week 2, man? Who you play this week?
I think I'm playing my brother.
Oh man, the Battle of Bensonhurst, right there, baby. Is that what it's come down to? We got projected wise, he's projected to beat you, 134 to 122. What you so do you? Well, this is a disclaimer to everyone watching the podcast. Your boy, the greatest, you know, to my opinion, the greatest co-host in the history of podcasts, jamesw.eason over here. He has a tendency to not set his lineup. So whatever you see is a farce. He waits to the end, which it has helped him and it has hurt him. I think it has helped him more than it's hurted him. But you know, that's I don't know. I'm looking at it, man. I like your chances. I mean, I think they're underestimating some of the guys, but
No, I don't got no tight end. That's why
you got a
he's
tight
up.
end in there. I mean, once you put a tight end in there, who's your backup tight end? Oh, you got
Don't talk to me. Hey.
You got the Gizlek in there, which puts you guys just about even, you know, which is kind of cool. I have former champion Devin, Big Chips. He's projected to beat me by 15. That's probably about right. We'll see. I mean, I need guys. I need guys to show up. I need guys to play. I mean, it is what it is. But what matchup you looking at as outside of your matchup? What would you say is your matchup of the week? That what you're looking at?
Probably Marshall and your brother.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That looks like that's an even. I mean, 5-point battle, 5-point difference. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with your battle, man. I'm interested to see what the brothers Eason can produce. So we get a early entry into.
And then look at it. The sad part about it, he's got Emmanuel Sanders, and I got a bench Michael Thomas.
I mean, but wait now. Here's I'm gonna give you. We'll call this both sides of the coin. I'll give you the head side, which. Yeah, you're probably screwed. The tail side is now Emmanuel is thrown into that number 1 spot. Who's the guy who's going to be taking Michael Thomas's spot on the field? Maybe looking at the draft to picking up that guy. You know, just saying.
No,
Emmanuel
like
Sanders.
I said,
I try to get him in almost every league that I got in. I was only successful twice. I forgot that he got traded or that he signed with the Saints. That's a perfect home for him. Yeah, I don't know. Good luck, man. Good luck, buddy. Before we go, I definitely want to give a shout out to Carlos Franco, the rook in the league. He had the highest point total last week at 172.26. You don't get nothing for it, but golf clap. There we go. In honor of the U.S. Open. But yeah, Wes, any parting shots, parting comments, anything you want to, you know, this is the inaugural episode, man. Episode number 1.
I will be 1-1 next week. That's all I got to say.
Bold prediction, babies. I love them. I'm going
to be 1-1 next week.
1-1 next week.
Take it how you want to take it, big bro. Hey, take it how you want to take
it. Hey, we just the messenger here, Big Butch. I don't know. Wes got a few tricks up his sleeve. I'm just saying. Be prepared. He's coming in. The ex-champ.
Oh my God, Mitch! He's got Jared Cook too.
No, you're done. You're done, buddy. Yeah, good luck with next week, buddy. Wes is a 2-time champion in No Ma'am. So look, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right?
You're right.
I mean, although you were finished last year, you didn't even make it to the finals. But that's no
wow.
That's no here nor there. No here nor there. I chased you and Marshall all season last year. He was 1, you were 2, I was 3, all season long. Mm-hmm. And you and I didn't do nothing. Marshall didn't do it. He lost in the final game to Genus, but whatever. I just want to say, hey, man, thank you for this. I mean, this is meant to be. This is who we are, baby. We're No Maam. We're Fantasy Football 2020. We're coming at you every week, Tuesdays. I don't know what time. Don't hold it to me. But every Tuesday, we're going to drop it onto the website. So Wednesday morning when you're waking up, drinking your coffee, scratching yourself, whatever you do to get ready during the COVID times.
That's TMI.
Jump on the Facebook, man. Go to the No Maam football page. I'll send you the link. Or maybe we'll post a link down here, at the bottom of the screen or around here, maybe by Wes's face or something. I don't know, somewhere.
Somewhere over here. Somewhere over there.
Somebody all that empty space over here on the screen. But, yeah, man, we want to thank you. Shout us out. Send everyone to our page. Blow us up. We're a new age podcast, baby. Look, I'm in my garage, baby. Look at the walls. He's in the basement. Look at the ceiling.
Exactly.
We ain't got no budget. This week's
no budget,
baby. So, to the greatest co-host in the history of the world, Mr. jamesw.eason. Thank you,
appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Holla.
Later.
Later.